There is a piece of legislation banning members of Congress from trading stocks that has now advanced out of committee. Republican Senator Josh Hawley joined Democrats in the effort. So we want to go to our Scripps News Group national correspondent Joe St. George. And Joe, just wondering what the chances that this actually becomes law are.
Well, it dropped precipitously after President Trump bashed Republican Senator Josh Hawley for joining Democrats to vote this bill out of committee. It's one of those pieces of legislation that doesn't necessarily fall along traditional fault lines. There are Republicans who campaigned on putting stock bans in place. There are Democrats who've campaigned on the same issue. This is a debate that goes back years and years and years and years and years. And the controversy is obvious that members of Congress, they are exposed to certain things in our world, and the fact that the law allows them to buy stocks right now, it frustrates some. You can go on social media right now, and for instance, there's bots that track trades and stock that Nancy Pelosi has made over the years. Some have only bought stock that Nancy Pelosi has previously bought and have seen their portfolio rise as a result. So this is a controversy that goes back a while here. Again, Republican Senator Josh Hawley joining with Democrats to advance a piece of legislation that would put restrictions not just on members of Congress, but also future presidents. Now, not President Trump. We're talking future presidents here, but that appears to have been enough to get President Trump to call Hawley a, quote, second-tiered senator on Truth Social. Is this going to come up for a vote, full vote in the Senate? Is this going to become law? Again, I think the odds drop dramatically. President Trump could veto this if it does. A number of Republican senators have expressed concern that this would disincentivize people from running for office, that wealthy businessmen may not want to run for office if they can no longer have a say in what's going on Wall Street. So we'll watch this. It's certainly a talker, but it's been a talker for years, and no bans have seriously really ever come to fruition.
Yeah. Well, Joe, President Trump's tariffs on trading partners, that's being tested in courts as well. And that's happening today after the president declared the use of emergency powers to announce the tariffs. So could the court shut these tariffs down?
I sound like a broken record, but it's a big 24-hour period for tariffs and trade. Tomorrow's August 1st. Hard to believe, but that's when a litany of new tariffs will go into effect. We've seen new tariffs rates announced involving India and South Korea in the last 24 hours by President Trump. Well, the president, remember, is doing this on his own. He's not going to Congress and asking for permission to implement these tariffs, and he's using something known as the International Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977. That's a mouthful, but that's essentially the authority that the president is using to implement these tariffs on his own. A group of small business owners, Democratic attorney generals from around the U.S., they have sued, saying, no, that power doesn't exist. The president is overstepping here. Lower courts have blocked the president to use these tariffs. This is the appellate court now hearing this case. Bree, I wouldn't be surprised if this one day ends up at the U.S. Supreme Court.